I am Dr. Charles Apoki. I'm speaking on maximizing your life, releasing the potentials in you. The last video, I talked about reviewing situations, circumstances, incidences. Very necessary. When you review, even God says, come, let us reason together. When you review, the realizations you come to will to a very large extent help you. Number one, I reviewed my life as a medical doctor. I looked at those ahead of me and I found out that some of them, particularly those who were lecturing me, that was not the kind of life I wanted to live. I know a pediatrician, he will be in the intensive care baby unit nearly throughout the day. I didn't want that kind of life. I didn't want that kind of life. I wanted to live at my own pace without compulsion. And so from very early, when I reviewed and I realized that cannot continue like that beyond the age of 40, I set the boundary that at 40, I will stop practicing medicine. I reviewed my life and my profession. I realized that I needed skills to go into general practice so that I can end practice, active practice at 40. So when you review, when I started ministry, I looked at churches and general overseers. Number one, they always complained about attitude of members. Number two, there is always no money. They always have one expenditure to do and all that. They had so many cases to settle, so many issues to settle. I don't have strength for that. I wanted to do my things at my own pace. The next thing I realized was that I didn't need to leave this country before doing well, because I noticed that very rich Nigerians hardly stay outside Nigeria. So I stayed in this country. I also realized that you don't need to be in an urban area to do well, because I know a lot of my contemporaries who are in the urban areas are just paying high rent, staying in traffic and doing whatever. So I chose the the suburban area. I also realized after review that I don't have the capacity to compete, contest, and contend in Lagos, Benin, or Warri. So I went to a suburban area. Land was cheaper for me. Labor was cheaper. I had the opportunity to establish what I wanted to establish because my services were better needed. I also realized that I needed to establish relationships outside my tribe, outside my locality, outside my denomination, outside my congregation. And so that is the subject of another discussion. I established relationships. And so realization, that thing, the phenomenon is what leads to understanding. And by wisdom, a house is built. And by understanding, it is established. And through knowledge, its rooms are filled with rare and precious ornaments. So when you review, you come to realize. And then you must act on your realizations. When you act on your realizations, you now discover that you get self-actualization. Most people know some things. They are so scared of acting. They are so comfortable where they are. They are not ready to take it one step. We'll come to that when we talk about risk taking. So what have you realized? What have you realized about life? About what you are doing? Until you come to that realization. And there are more things I'm realizing as I get older. I found out that I needed to have money to be able to live a comfortable life in old age. That even though I have joint businesses, family businesses with my wife, I needed to still be the man of the house, the breadwinner and the bread baker. And I needed to be in a position where I could also exercise authority, take it to the bank, As a man, if you are poor, as a man, you are financially incapacitated, listen to me, you will lose your authorities. Complain from heaven to wherever. Quote all the scriptures you like. Talk about love. Talk about that. I've passed that road. You must be able to take decisions without being afraid of who will be angry or who will deprive you of anything. I did a video and somebody was telling me I should leave church matters so that they will not frown at me. Who? You feed me? Do you feed me? Do you pay my bills? Am I your pastor? What rights do you have over me? Frown at me. Those you have been smiling at, what have you done for them? Me. Frown at who? Me. No, forget that thing. I came to realize it very early that you must cultivate financial independence. If not, as a man, you can't speak out. You can't take decisions. You can't provide leadership. You just be a sissy anywhere in the church, in the house, in your community. These realizations are the things you must act on. And that's why we're doing a seminar on the 2nd and on the 3rd of August. Having global impact, purposeful living, and financial independence. From 1998, I knew I would be in this town, in this house, and be reaching out to the world as you are listening to me now. What have you realized? Have you reviewed your life? What realizations have you acted on? If you don't act on your realizations, they will turn to nightmares and they will judge you in future. Remember, send a message to me on +234 7052136763 via WhatsApp, and I will send you the flyer for the seminar. The last one we had more than 300 people from all over the world, all the 33 countries, all the continents of the world. And so be part of this great masterclass. I will send you the flyer. And remember to subscribe to this channel. We found out that 60% of those who view this channel are not subscribers. Subscribe to this channel to benefit you, to benefit me. Don't tell me to send you the videos. Once you subscribe, you will be getting notifications. God bless you. I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I'm always surprised that I simplify the pronunciation of my name. I stress it, and people still can't pronounce it or spell it well. It could be quite annoying. I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki.